G'day ladies and gentlemen, Marcus here from New Zealand reporting on my new generator. This here is a full bore 3100 watt digital tool inverter generator. I'm going to go through it really quickly just so you know how easy it is to set up. It's cost me about 1,250 bucks New Zealand money, so half that for American I guess, and that's $2,015. Right, here we go. Take off the top. Cut those white things, pull this up. What you find in there is there's a little oil container with no oil. The actual generator itself ships dry, so there'll be no oil in it when you get it, or no fuel. You've got some a remote. Well, there's two remotes and two keys. I've got another remote in my pocket, and there's also this little baggie here, and in that baggie we've got a 12 volt lead set for battery charging. We've got a little sort of extendable thing for putting the oil in, which you don't really need, but it's probably quite handy to take the oil out. There's a little screwdriver here, which is it's a double-ended one. That may come in handy, but I haven't used it yet. And there's also a spark plug remover, and there's also a spark plug, and one cool little thing in there is a little 12 volt doodacky so you can charge your iPad and iPhone, etc. Right, first thing you got to do when you get it is you got to fill it up with oil. It takes 1 litre, so 1,000 ml, and what you do is you take off this cover here and place the oil in that little thing there, and there's your oil container, and she goes. If you wanted to, there's only 600 ml in that, so you actually have to add another 400 ml. If you want to, you can actually screw this here in and screw it into here. It goes in quite nicely, but I felt I didn't really need it, so I just use that. You can actually use it though to drain it, which could be quite handy. Also too, when you the oil you use is the 15W40, or you've got a choice of the 30 SAE 30. Another thing you can do, obviously what you want to do is fill it up with gas. So you just go and unscrew this top thing here. Can't remember how many litres of gas, but pull that in. Okay. The last thing to do is get the battery connected. Around the back here, there's this compartment. The sticker can come off, and what do you know, you've got a little battery in here, and that's a 9 volt 12 amp hour. Connect that together, that goes back on. Right, now we're in a position where we can start it, so we grab our trusty keys. This weighs about 65 kg guys, so that's dry weight, so don't hurt your back on it. You can start it a few ways. You can put the key in, turn this, well I've already got that on, so that goes on, and then so that starts and runs easily. Just to show you that again, that's the on part, the little LCD display comes up, and then you've got another section to come through, so one more click. And that starts it up. So another way you can start it up is by remote control. So I've got one here in my pocket. What you do with this is you make sure that's on again, you make sure this is on the on position, you make sure this button here is in on, and you'll see a little red light come up here, and then push this little grey button here once on the remote, and then again. Oh, it needs to be facing, by the way, sorry. Try that again. To stop it, just push the blue button. Now the other way you can start it up is by, there's a little cord on the side here. So I haven't tried this yet, let's give it a go. so just one quick pull of that in the start position, in the on position, sorry, gets it going. You've got to watch with this remote control. You need to keep that off if you don't want to run the battery flat. I guess if you're using it regularly, I think it charges the battery when you use it. Now, I'll be able to tell you in a little bit of time if that's not true or not. But the last part of the video is just showing you all the things that it can do. Like you've got a throttle here, which is on economy, to the left, which means it runs a lot more quiet and it idles, and then it'll spring into life when it's got a load on it. Okay. Also, just another thing about safety as well, if we're looking after your generator, apparently you're only meant to half load it, so 1500 watts when you first get it, so for the first 15 hours apparently, and then it needs a service of 20 hours. I'm going to show you all the plugs it's got. It's got a 5-volt DC USB, which is pretty handy. The only thing is it's only 500 milliamps, I think, so it doesn't really power much. It might not even be able to charge your iPad or iPhone. In saying that, remember it does come with this little doodacky here, so you've got a 12 volt output to throw on there to actually charge up your tablets and that kind of thing. You've got two outputs here. They are 240 volt. I think they're about 15 or 16 amp. And you've also got this 12 volt charging lead here, which can go in. That can charge your batteries up, or you might have some kind of fancy doodacky kind of device. Emergency stop button here, and that is really about it. It's got this really cool. It's got a set of wheels on the bottom. You can lock those by locking this lever down here and around the other side, or you can just use this to pull it around, and that's pretty sturdy. I quite like that. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is just start it up and muck around with it, and you guys can watch. I won't talk to you, okay? You'll see what I'm doing. It's just showing you all the little functions it's got, okay? Cheers. I'm going to go on to the normal thing. So there, I was just showing you how the 12 volt works here. That 12 volt works as well. Oh yeah, I was meant to show this one as well, a little 12 volt DC. Sorry, 5 volt DC. This is a little USB light that can be powered by this. It would be pretty cool actually to keep that on it. I'm not too sure why they don't come with a little light system as well, which is very handy with the generator, but they don't. The LCD is quite handy as well. It tells you how many amps you're consuming, how much power you're consuming, and also the time it's been going for, and gives you a good indication of how much fuel you've got. So yeah, all in all, I think for what you pay for, you get a really cool little generator here. Pretty handy, and thanks for watching.